Yo, what's up? Oh, today I'm talking about why hot women see men as creeps. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. If you're new, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right, why hot women see men as creeps? Well, first of all, hot women get approached constantly. But that's not the real reason why they see them as creeps. The volume of attention these women get is off the fucking charts. Like, you have no concept of how much volume they get. To give you an example, all right, an average looking woman, typically on a dating app, average looks, all right, regardless of age. I mean, obviously, the younger she is, the higher this number is going to be. But on average, and I know this because I've asked so many women that I've gone on dates with, average looking, and I usually go on dates with women that are at least a 7. So average looking, she will get 50 to 100 messages the first day she joins a dating app. Doesn't matter what the app is. 50 to 100 on the first day. So day 2, day 3, day 4, one of the biggest complaints that women have with dating apps is that it's overwhelming. Well, duh, of course it's overwhelming. You're getting 50 to 100 messages in the first, like every day you're getting this. So you guys come along and you're too afraid to approach a woman on the street, right? And this is what happens. You come along and you think you're going to get her attention. And really, the only guys that get her attention, because she's scrolling through those messages like super fast. She's like, how else is she going to get through hundreds of messages per week, right? The only guys that are getting the attention for the most part, and if you don't believe me, go check out some research on this. But you can still live in la la land, believe what you want to believe, and spend your $50 a month and get fucking nothing, get no dates, get not getting laid. The only guys getting the attention are the Chads. That's right. Because she has no choice. She has to go through and she has to figure out, how do I filter out these things faster? Okay, so why do hot women see guys as creeps? So they get a lot of attention, but doesn't mean the guy is creepy. Here's the shitty thing for hot women. When I say hot, minimum 7, okay? The shitty thing is married men that have girlfriends, are constantly hitting on them. That is sad. I mean, imagine you're a bartender and the guy's got a fucking ring on his finger and he's flirting with her. This happens all the time. Or the guy is propositioning her and saying, hey, do you want to grab drinks sometime? And it's like a work colleague and the guy's got a ring on his finger. This happens to hot women all the time and from a very young age. Not only that, a lot of young women, and this is really sad, have been sexually abused or sexually assaulted in some way when they're very young. Like, the better looking they are, the more chances that something like that has happened to them when they were a child or a teenager, adolescent, whatever, right? And so they're going through life with a completely different lens than average looking women, because of the sheer, not only the volume is different than an average looking woman, but the type of attention they're getting is different. And they're getting married men, they're getting like really old guys, or they're getting, guys that are just constantly all over them in terms of wanting to go out with them. And the other shitty thing is, again, the better looking she is, the hotter she is. I have heard this recently. I connected with someone in a social situation, and she was very attractive. And I was asking her, like, so what's dating life like for you? And she's like, so we got on the topic of Instagram because we exchanged Instagrams. So I'm like, hey, just out of curiosity, do you get messages on Instagram? She's like, I don't even do dating apps. And even Instagram is bad because all the guys, they just come at me with, they want to have sex with me. They don't even want to get to know me. They just want to have sex, 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 sex. So another story, personal story, is I have a friend in the building. He is a gay man. He's got a partner. And one time he was sharing this with me, and he wanted to compliment this woman that was walking towards him in the neighborhood, and she was wearing something he thought was very pretty, and he went to say something to her, and she just looked at him in disgust and was like, ugh, like stay away kind of thing. So you have to see it from their lens, right? That they see these men as creeps. So that's all the bad news. I have some good news for you, though. The good news is if you keep watching my videos, you're going to level up your game, especially if you're single or you're going through a separation and you're now going to start dating. There are things you can do about this to make not only increase your chances and level up your game and meet more very attractive women, which by the way, I date women a lot that are like half my age. And I'm not even pursuing them. They're coming up to me. So that's amazing. I don't have to date just women that are half my age. I have a wide age range that I date within, 20 to 45. And I know some of you are probably going to comment, oh, 20 years old. But you know what? She's an adult. If she's interested in an older guy, there's no problem with that. And we find things in common. The average woman the average woman is 12 years more mature than the average guy her age. So if she's 20, she's got the mindset of someone that's 32. So you can argue with me, whatever you want, but research shows otherwise. So here's the thing. This is what you can do. You can get more comfortable speaking with attractive women. Just constantly try to stir up conversations wherever you are with an attractive woman. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you will be. Not only that, is women like to feel like there's a connection, like she's seen you multiple times in certain situations. So you join hobby clubs, meetup groups, whatever. The other thing is to keep this in mind is that don't come at them with, like, give them a minute. So they sit at let's say you're at a restaurant bar and they're sitting beside you. Don't engage with them right away. Just ignore them. Let them just settle in, get a drink, and then you can strike up a conversation. The other thing is to keep this in mind. Remember that women are fearful. They're fearful of, like, I don't know this guy. Should I trust him? Most men are creeps, all these things. So do what you can to make them feel comfortable. So for example, I'm going on a date soon. And when I'm publishing this video, I have a date plan in a couple days. And oh, she is 8, 9, right? She's gorgeous. So I said to her, I said, hey, look, if you like, I can get your Uber there and back to where we're meeting. And she really appreciated that. She said, you know what? Very few guys even offer that because I want to have a few drinks and I don't want to drive there. And it's just a little gesture to make her feel comfortable. And I told her, I said, look, you don't have to give me your real address. I understand. Just like I rarely invite a woman over to my place sooner than 2 or 3 dates. Now, obviously, if I'm out the first date, things are going well, and she's like, hey, do you want to have a nightcap at your place? Fine, go back to my place. But I will rarely have a woman come over to my place unless it's date number 2 or date number 3. Definitely within 5 dates, they're coming over to my place for sure. Like ideally around 3 dates. And even then, I did a whole video on what do you do if they're coming over to your place. And the number one thing I'll leave you with is just do not have expectations. Again, they want to feel comfortable, and the more attractive they are, that's on their brain. They're like, oh, anytime now, this guy's going to make a move. Oh, he could be a creep like all the rest of them. So you want to separate yourself from the masses, be comfortable in their presence, and most importantly, make them feel comfortable. Don't make a move. Like, for example, if someone's over at my place and they're gorgeous, and this has happened to me many times, I will sit beside them. I won't try to snuggle with them right away. I kind of just read their body language, and if they're holding my hand, if they like you, they will come to you. And the last thing as an example is this. It's such a perfect example, and that is, I started watching this YouTuber that helps rescue dogs. So he goes to shelters and forms a bond with this dog and then finds a family for these dogs. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I'm involved with some dog rescue organizations myself. So what he does is he goes and he sits inside the cage or the shelter spot that the dog is in. And a lot of the times these dogs have been abused, they've been neglected, they've been in the shelter for days and days and days, and they're scared, petrified. So he goes in and he has a certain way he does it to win their trust. And eventually the dog, comes around, allows him to touch the dog. And sometimes these dogs are violent dogs, they're aggressive dogs. So it just made me think, you know what? Dating isn't much different in that women, I have no idea their background, what they've been through, what kind of triggers they have. But at the end of the day, if they're hot, they see guys as creepy, and you need to earn their trust from various things that you can do, just like the shelter situation, right? And so I encourage you guys to keep watching my videos because there's lots of different things and tips that I offer on how to go out and date with gorgeous women as an older guy. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.